Morning, boys and girls. It's Tuesday, the 7th of May, 2019. Welcome to the Chapel Hill Marina here in Lincolnshire. And this morning's friendly little chat show, United Kingdom talk. Here we are all once again, back up at the caravan. It's lovely and warm this morning, I must say here. I got here last night. A very easy journey up here last night, actually. Leaving London around about 10 past 11. That's a sort of rough time I live. Came through London, got a lot of red lights through London for some reason. Isn't it funny? Sometimes you can do these journeys wherever you're going in London, and sometimes all green lights, and other times you must stop at every single red light there was. Well, that was one of those last night, but nevertheless, fairly quickly through London, no traffic at all anywhere. And the other bit of good news, travel-wise, coming up here, it appears that they've now finished widening the A1M. There were parts of it on the way up here. If I can remember, do you know, I can't remember now. I'm sure some of the road was single lane. I'm sure some of the road was single lane coming up here. Well, all the way from London, right up here now, it's two lanes. Over the last 10 months or so, since I've been, well, I think I've been coming up here just under a year now, often a large section of the A1M, which is one of the main roads going from London to up north, okay, or northeast, wherever you are, that a lot of that main road has been closed. So you get various diversions. Sometimes it's via the M11, which puts about 20 minutes on. Sometimes it's the other side, and it's like all these A roads and lots of roundabouts, and it can put half an hour onto the journey. But it seems to be open now. And the journey from King's Cross right up to here where I am near Boston is about 2 hours and 25 minutes, which is easy, to be honest. It takes me an hour and a half to get home to Bracknell in Berkshire, but that's only because I drive at stupidly 50 mile an hour on the motorway. Coming up here, I'm more at the speed limit, you know, sort of 70, because it's a long journey. But it's only an hour's difference. You know, it's so much easier coming up on the A1M now that they've finished, so I'm pleased about that. I woke up about 9:15. I lied to you. I did wake up at 8:15, but I was quite tired. So I stayed in bed. 9:15, I got up, had my breakfast, and here we are. So I've had a little bit of a chat this morning, all right? I've had a quick check outside. All my plants that I planted outside the caravan last time are all looking rather nice. The little pansies are fluttering away in the wind. The hyacinth, nothing has died. So I'm quite pleased about that. Yes. And as I say, it's nice and warm in here today. I just looked at the thermometer and we're getting about 68 degrees in here. And I've got no heating on or anything, so that's nice, isn't it? Who's with us early today? Robert Depot. Good morning, Robert. You're first in this morning, aren't you? Cool, dear. Robert is one of our star singers at the karaoke. My favourite song he sings is Ain't Nobody. You know that one by Rufus and Chaka Khan. I hope that's on your playlist. Dave Moses, you know. Take some of the old new rubbish out and put something decent in there, dear. Okay? Ain't Nobody. I've never seen Chaka Khan in concert. I gather she's performing possibly in Brixton or Clapham, one of the two. Now, let me think. Clapham. I think she's performing on Clapham Common in a few weeks' time, or maybe in the summer. They have this big pop event there, and I'm sure Rufus and Chaka Khan is going to be performing there. I'd like to see her live. Ain't Nobody. Da, 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 da. Do you know who her sister is? Taka Boom. Chaka Khan and Taka Boom. What great names. Can you imagine that being called Taka Boom? I love it. Morning to Michael Lawrence. Good morning, Michael. Mike Turgeman, is it? Turgeman. Mark Turgeman is there. Good morning, Mark. Ben Parker is in the house. Our fellow karaoke host. Morning, Ben. Mike Rees-Ponto, Portsmouth. Katie. I remember where you all are now. It's taken a few years, but I do remember now. Katie Ann Patterson. Good morning, my dear. Mark's in Australia. One of my favourite places to be. I haven't been there for a long time now. I can't be doing with the travelling. Oh, God. I sit in the nice seats in the plane. The nice seats at the front. Not first class, no, but, you know, not far off it. But that journey to Australia, what a killer. Morning to Diane Jeb. Good morning, Diane. Dave Moses. Here we are. Your title music sounds like the start of the news or something. Very official. Very. Which bit? Is it the first bit of music with the pictures of wherever I am, in this case Lincolnshire? Or is it the second bit of music where I've got the various little pictures of me and family and my mate and doing things? Which bit of music is it? The first bit or the second bit? Dr. SOS Grigori is in the house. Good morning. Dean Spires, how lovely to see you, dear. Oh, I see that you had a headache yesterday. Is that right? Oh, you poor old little thing. You want a young boy to massage your temples. You do. You want to massage. You want a young boy to massage your temples. That's what they do, like that. Eh? You'll be able to find one in the back of QX, dear. Have a look in there. Only £50 an hour. Mark Cording. Good morning to Mark. Mark often promises to come to karaoke nights and then doesn't turn up. He did it again last night. Some pathetic excuse, but oh, I'm really tired. Oh, I was tired this morning, but I'm still here, dear, as promised. You know, you make these promises. Maybe it's best to say nothing, Mark, lovey. You know, I do hate being let down. I never, ever let anyone down. Never. I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'll be there. Or it's, I'm coming. I'm coming. Too tired. Too tired. Fallen asleep, you poor old soul. How old are you? Come on. Get with it, dear. Morning to Mike Pullman. Morning, Michael Pullman. John Aitken had a lovely weekend. Far too much food. Well, I think we can see that from the pictures, dear. You haven't got to tell us you've been eating too much food, dear. Straight down to Slimming World. Come on. Top love. And morning to Martin Edwards as well. That's on YouTube. On Facebook Live. Over on YouTube, who have we got this morning? JP is in the house, who says it's 42 degrees. He's in the Philippines. 42 degrees where he is now. That's too much. That would do me in, that would, John. I can't be doing 42. I think my limit's probably about 35, and then I'm sweating like anything. I wonder if we'll have another nice hot summer here, like we did last year. I mean, the caravan is like an oven in the summer. I've got a little air conditioning thing in the bedroom, but it was so hot last year that wasn't... I mean, it was bringing the temperature down a good 10 degrees, but I think that took it down to about 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Something like that. Did you meet Dale and Chris at the Black Cat back in the day, or was it before your time? Do you mean David? Oh, it's a bit more. No, Chris, Steve and Dave. And Dale. Those names are not ringing a bell to me. Have you got photos? If you've got photos, I can have a look at those. If you could just sort of send them over on a private message or something. Did you meet Dale and Steve Allen at the Black Cap? No, I didn't meet either of them at there. I have met Steve at a garden centre, funnily enough. Vermeulen's Garden Centre, which he recommended a couple of years ago. And me and my mate were walking around there, and I heard this voice. And I said to my mate, that's Steve Allen. And I looked around, and there he was, talking to, I think, a member of staff or something like that. And I went up and I said, hello, Steve, Chris Reardon. And I sent him messages a couple of times, for which he nicely replied. So, yes, I have met him. Lovely chap. Absolutely lovely chap. And we went round buying our plants together, actually. Really, really nice bloke, yeah. Good morning to Paul and Lou in Birmingham. Good morning, you two. Pans is outside the caravan, of course. And inside as well, Paul and Lou. Pans is outside and inside the caravan. I meant to take a photo. I'll do a little photo of the pansies for you. And good morning to Info Dude. The Phantom is back in the house. Hello to Jay's Fix It. Good morning, Jay's Fix It. Let's have a look. Katie, my daughter is in New York seeing the Statue of Liberty. I've seen that. Yeah, it's a little bit far out. If you're poor-sighted, you need a pair of binoculars or something like that. You know, pair of binoculars. That's what you want out there. Thomas H over on Vaughan Live. Good morning to you. Oh, Mark, come on. Yes, but you didn't fly back from Rome. How long is it in Rome? How long are you on a plane? 2 hours? Please. You don't make the effort, Mark. You keep saying you're going to turn up and then you don't come. Fine. Not going to save a place for you, dear. Oh, I won't be able to save a little place for you. Or could you save me? No, you might not turn up. Give it to someone else, dear. Very, very disappointing. Very disappointed. It's 18 degrees in Zante this morning. Yes, good morning. The very end bit, very BBC News. Oh, okay. I should end each show with Chris Reardon, BBC News, Lincolnshire. Okay, so the bit at the end, it's the music is written by our very good friend Dave Arnold. And I wrote to him and asked him if I could use it, how much would it be? And he said, no, just use it. Okay, so that's where that comes from. It's written by the great Dave Arnold, king of all music. I'm sure he is. Good morning to Thomas H as well, who said, and morning to Tommy. Tommy is there in the house as well. Good. Lovely karaoke last night. Now, bank holidays can be a little bit funny with karaoke. They can be deadly quiet. If everyone's gone away to the seaside or something like that, they can be quiet. I expected it to be quiet last night, and it was far from that case, actually, because we had Euston Station closed as well. So that's why you didn't see Roy last night. He comes in at Euston Station. They're doing some sort of track work or something there at the moment. So no Roy last night, and I thought that would affect us as well. But no, I mean, we had a really good crowd in last night. And a really good early crowd as well. Usually right at the beginning of a karaoke night, sort of about 7:30, people like Ray Reynolds, Maureen, David, Reverend David. We usually have Peter comes in as well early, doesn't he? Didn't see him last night. I think he was away. I think he's away on holiday somewhere as well. But they generally get there well before 7:30 actually, and you see them. But last night we had some other people as well in early, which was really nice. And a lovely really nice night last night. Good journey in as well. Didn't take me too long either. It doesn't take long. If the schools are on holiday, you see that seems to affect the traffic big time as well. The schools on holiday. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why the fact that schools are, oh, I suppose the school parents of the children who would be at school are on holiday. That's probably why. But definitely when the schools are in, the traffic is a lot worse. Even though you're not travelling in and out at school time. You know, I'm not going in at 3:30 in the afternoon when all the schools are chucking out and all you've got the great big cars double parked and twice up on the pavement and this, that and the other where you can't get past them because they can't walk to school. Oh no, it's at least a minute, a whole minute. Those poor little babies will have to walk. God's sake, man. Honestly, we used to walk 25 minutes down that Roehampton Lane in Southwest 15 to go to school. Please do a little bit of exercise now and again. Good morning to Maureen, who texts in this morning. Good morning, Maureen. Welcome to our little show there. Dr. SOS Gregorian, my local Cafe Nero in Kensington High Street closed down. Sad, but will save me from taking out my 4th mortgage. You're not one of those people that buys a coffee every day, are you? Oh, come on. Come on. That's a bit much, that is, Mr. Gregorian. All that money you could be putting in the collection plate at church, dear. You're spending it on yourself on coffee. How selfish. Go and get yourself a flask. Ridiculous. So how much is a coffee in Cafe Nero? I bet you have one with chocolate and cream on the top and all that little bubble things and whatever it's called. I bet you do all that, don't you? So what is it, £3 every day do you go? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, so that's 15, 30, £60 a month on coffee if you have one every day and it costs £3. £60 a month, so that's 600, 700, about 7. Let's give you a little holiday in there as well. So it's about £650 a year. Are you for real? You can buy a telly with that. A good telly. Not even a cheap telly. You buy a good telly with that. I've got a cheap telly coming tomorrow. New telly for the caravan. Thank you very much. 42 inches. Oh, yes. Very, very good price. Not a particularly fantastic model, but it's for the caravan. It's not like a home telly, so I've got a new telly coming tomorrow with that, so I can watch my Netflix and all that business. Right, plugging various phones in and things like that. £5? You pay £5 for your coffee? Blimey, what's that? Has it got gold leaf wrapped on the top or something like that? So that I'll have to recalculate my calculations now. So say you buy a coffee Monday to Friday, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, it's 25. That's that's easy. That's 100. That's £1,200 a year on coffee. Come on. That's an even better telly. Do you know you can get 75-inch tellies now? Yes. About £1.5 grand I found the cheapest one for. That would be too big for me. I couldn't have a 75. I'm too close to it. It's all right if you've got a great big mansion or something like that. I reckon Dave Moses, who runs the radio station, has got a big mansion somewhere. All these radio people are the same. They pretend that they got no money. They're loaded. Managers of radio station. Oh, it's run as a charity. Oh, please do me a favour. Do me a favour. Talking about charity. On the Euston Road, where I drive into work, not when I'm coming from Lincolnshire, when I'm coming from Berkshire, as you come down this flyover, there's like a, what's it called? The Marleybone flyover, and it comes down there, and there's a sort of road level. So it comes down, and there's an island in the middle, you know, for people to cross the road. And there's these strange looking people that walk up and down. There's about 5 of them, but you only ever see one at a time begging. And they don't knock on windows or anything like that, and they go like this, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Smiling faces, please give me money, please give me. There's 5 of them. They wear exactly the same clothes. Isn't that strange? They've always got brown trousers on, okay, a brown scruffy coat, like it's not a turban, but something like that. They're dark skinned, not black, dark skinned, and a scarf. And they go up and down the row like this. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. It's like a show. It's like a show. I put my dark glasses on. I look dead ahead. I don't look at them. I'm like this. Please go. Please go. They're professional beggars, dear. It must be a family of 5 of them that go up. They're always blokes. There's never ladies there. Never ladies there. There is a couple of ladies, same ones all the time, and they're dressed exactly the same as those people there. Is it like a specific country they're from or something like that where they dress like that? They look, let me think, what, Afghanistan. You know when you see those pictures of terrible things happening in Afghanistan with the wars and all that, and you know those sort of clothes they've got on, and they're dark, aren't they? And with the sort of, it's like a turban, but it's not like a Sikh's turban. You know, like a Sikh's turban. That's a very religious thing. It's not like that. It's like a, I don't know I don't know how to describe it really. But they look like they're from Afghanistan or somewhere like that, and they all dressed exactly the same. Do you give money to those people or not? I think they're professional beggars. I really do. Good morning to Dukey Chrissy boy. Morning, Duke. Welcome to our little show. He's got a new job. Have you started yet? He's got a new job in Paddy Power. Oh, yes. He's the one that you go crying to when you've lost your £100 bet. Oh, please, can I have my bet? And he just pulls down his shutter. He's fierce. Chris is fierce. Are you going out with that bloke now or not in Wales? I can't keep up with your activities, Chris. Do let us know. Just scroll down there. Dave is going to come to one of my karaoke one days and surprise you, dear. Come along. Bring your brother. Oh, I forgot his name now. Chris, bring your brother along as well. He'll fit in there, won't he? Bring him along as well. Dave, and bring your outside broadcast unit along, Mothy. Outside broadcast. We have a little van outside. Tell me, is the outside broadcast, because Dave runs a radio station, Hebden Radio. Hebden, I think it is. Hebden. I hope I've got that spelling right. Hebden Radio. And do you have, like, you know, when I go to the Radio London Soul Night Out, which is at the Camden Palais, although it's not happening this year. If you go to the Camden Palais now, I think it's closed. It's got all scaffolding up and all that. And Tony Blackburn, who runs the Soul Night Out, it's usually in November, he did say it wasn't going to be there next year, as is this year now, because they were rebuilding the place or something like that, and they were looking for somewhere else. But he hasn't made any announcement, so I'm guessing it's not going to happen this year, which is a great disappointment. That's a great night out, an annual night out I do to the BBC Radio London Soul Night Out. Anyway, so they've got the nightclub there, and outside the nightclub, parked on the road next to it, is this massive lorry, you know, with all cables coming out of it. I mean, God knows why they need that. Because you just don't need. It's a radio. It's not television. It's a radio show. What can they have in that van that I haven't got here? You know, all you need is a couple of mics and a little Behringer mixer. That's it. Feed that into a FM transmitter, send that over, or down the lines to the BBC. No, they've got this massive lorry outside. Have you got one of those for your radio station, lovey? Or is it just you on a bike with a little bag on the front? Dave Moses turns up on this little bike. No. Hello, it's the Hebden Radio outside broadcast unit here. Little area on the back. Not even an electric bike. Oh, I'm terrible this morning. I know, I'm terrible. Let's have a look here. John, did you watch the new Monty for Cancer? I was sobbing. Very emotional. No, what's that? I don't even know what that is. The new Monty. What is the new Monty? Is that like the stripping thing? Now, what's that called? The full Monty. Is it like the stripping thing? I'm no interested in soft porn on the television, dear. You get proper porn on the internet. Why would I want to watch soft porn on the telly? You know, Jordan Price getting the tits out again for the boys. Oh, Christ, how many times do we want to see that? No, I want real porn on the internet, dear. Not watching the rubbish on the soft porn on the telly. People kissing and a little bit of arm. No, we want to see the real stuff, love, on the internet. Thank you very much. Good morning to Adam the plumber, who sent me in a little thing here, which I don't think I can open. I can't open up. I can't open up Facebook messages without the worry of losing all the other messages, so I don't do that. Or maybe I can do it another way. Just a minute. Let's try this. He sent me a picture of some beggars in London. So I think I might be able to do that. Let's have a look at that. Oh, of course, another person. People keep posting the same blooming Facebook stuff. Roger Moore at the moment is going around. Oh, Roger Moore has died. No, he hasn't. Not recently. 2 years ago. People see, idiots. I'm sorry. If you're one of them, you're an idiot. People keep they see a news story. Oh, quickly repost that. They don't check anything. He's been dead 2 years. Poor old Roger Moore. Right. Homeless beggar making £200 a day. Adventure and world record holder Ed Stafford reveals what tramps earn and says he put on £11 while living on the streets. Let's see. No, that's not what they look like. No. I see where you're coming from. That is not the uniform that they've got on. They don't look anything like him. He looks like a proper tramp, actually. You know, I'd be tempted. I'm looking at him now. Now, you see, that's someone I might give something to. It wouldn't be money. I'd go out and buy... I'd go out and buy perhaps a sandwich or a coffee. I've done that before. But I never, ever give money. Never, ever give money to beggars. In Rome, where Mark Cordin's just been, there are similar dressed people, but they're all women, and they've all got wobbly sticks. And they're all around the Vatican. So this is not a joke. They're around the Vatican. There was one woman who was literally lying in the gutter. Now, I've got to tell you, it was about 85 degrees Fahrenheit, so 25 to 30 degrees centigrade. Me and my mate was there a few years ago, and this woman was laying in the gutter, dressed exactly the same as all the other beggars, and she had her stick with her like that. She's like this, and every time someone approached, the stick starts wobbling like that on the ground, right? And then and my mate gave her €1. He gave her €1. Simply like pretend money, that is, that the Europeans have, dear. €1. I mean, God, it doesn't even sound right, does it? Pound. Pound sounds proper. €1? What is that stuff, dear? Ghastly fun. Ghastly stuff. As we're walking around, there are other elderly women with wobbly sticks, and they stand there, and if there's and we watched them, because then we walked through and we walked up some stairs and we looked back, okay, and we see these elderly ladies going around, and they've got wobbly sticks. They put the stick, when they see someone coming towards them, they put the stick on the ground and they start wobbling it like that and shaking, like pretending that they've got something awful like Parkinson's disease, which is not to be joked about. And then we saw the same woman about 20 minutes later walking with her stick under her arm back to her home. Watch out for them, dear. Watch out for them. Uh, John said it was celebrities stripping for male cancers. Is that like the prostate cancer thing? No, I didn't see that. Didn't see that. Thomas has carried many a bag home. I'm sure you have, Thomas. And get rid of them in the morning as well. Oh, we're going to have to scroll back here. There's so many messages coming through. I'm not keeping up here, am I? Never mind. Back. There we are. Size isn't everything, dear. Mind you, I have 62 inches. What, of a bicycle? 62 inches. We get a lot of cables in that, wouldn't you, Dave? Good morning to Rory Dyer. Morning, lovely Rory. Katie does the same as me. We don't make eye contact with beggars. Ben says, if they're hounding you, they are Afghans. Is that... Afghans are dogs. Hounding. I get it, Ben. Thank you. Tommy Flynn, I've seen them by Euston Road. They are Afghans. Yes, it's along the Euston Road. That's where I see them always. Dave, I always have Tony Blackburn in the back of my van, dear. He wouldn't go in the back of your van, mate. God's sake, man. Does he really? Do you get Tony going in the back? Do you give him lift? I'd like to be Tony Blackburn's driver. I think that would be very, very nice indeed, eh? Let's just go down. Ben says, I remember someone telling me someone had died after they had been dead a year when it was at their karaoke once. People, they just repost stuff on the Facebook all the time without checking anything out, don't they? Good. Right. Now, we've got some stories for you this morning. Have I told you everything I'm going to do? Oh, after the show today, I'm going down to we got a Lido in Woodall Spa, that's where my sister lives. It's about 10 to 15 minutes drive from here. There's an open-air swimming pool, which is heated lovely, and it's open April to September, so that's why I'm going swimming today. It's quite a long pool. The only thing is, if it's cold, the pool is never cold, I'll tell you that now. It's lovely. And it's just been all refurbished, I think, last year. It's really, really nice. The only thing is, the changing rooms are not heated. They're a bit sort of outside type changing rooms. They're in the building, but I don't think there's any heating in there at all. And the showers are a bit naff. But I think I'm going to do that this morning as I'm running a bit late. Go down to the Woodall Spa Lido and have a nice swim in there. I take photos and show you, but I don't think swimming pools like you taking photos, do they? Mind you, there was some woman in the swimming pool in Bracknell yesterday taking photos of it. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. I don't sit here. I don't sit here for an hour every day after putting all my makeup and doing my hair and dressing nicely. I don't sit here for you not to take pictures and snapshots of me. You take as many as you like. And it's the same in the swimming pool. This woman's she's obviously taking pictures of her children. Doesn't bother me. You know, why would that bother me? Oh, not like some of these people. You taking pictures in here? Don't take pictures. Don't take pictures. Oh, please, get real, will ya? I hate that on the telly when they're doing, I was going to say police programs, but it doesn't matter. All sorts of programs when they blur out the face. How much do we all hate that? It's so annoying. Why do they do that? They never used to do that, did they? They blur out people's faces. What is the point of that? Especially when it's something like Can't Pay Well, Take It Away, my favourite comedy programme on Channel 5. I love it. These people being dragged out of their houses. Oh, it's hilarious. I laugh a minute. It really is. But then you get these dodgy people on there. And part of the programme is to see the expressions on their face when they realise they've been rumbled. And they blur them out. So annoying. I love it. I love that programme. Morning to Ray Reynolds. Good morning, Ray. Ray was there. Ray had a nice night last night, didn't you, Ray? We did have a laugh in there last night. I think I was a little bit too nice last night, actually. I wasn't nasty enough. People like to see a bit... People like to see a little bit of nastiness on the stage. They do. I was a little bit too nice last night. I'll have to correct that on Friday. Adam works as voluntary in UK Homes for Heroes Pride and Passion. My advice to anyone going up to a homeless person is two things. Number one, remember the person is a human being. Talk to them. And number two, ever offer food and drink. Never money. There you go. So Adam advises that as well. Offer food and drink. Never money. Now, I've heard of stories where people go up to homeless people. One of the difficulties is, you see, is that person homeless? Or are they professional beggars? There are professional beggars. There absolutely are. And even that person who's getting the money isn't necessarily keeping it. They give it to someone else who's in charge of the professional beggars. So how do you tell? Sometimes it can be difficult. Good morning to Jason Carter joining us. Hello to Jason. Dave, do you sign the pictures afterwards? Only if you want me to, Dave. Oh, I know your game. Dave wants a signed picture of me to sell on eBay, don't you? I'm not doing that, love. I had an experience of that, actually. I went to Wimbledon Theatre some years ago to see one of my heroes of all time, Sue Ellen. That is Linda Gray from Dallas. Okay, and I met her outside. And I had my little programme, which I'd bought her. Eventually I got to talk to her, and I had a little 30-second conversation with her, which was one of the highlights of my life. To actually talk to someone who's been on Dallas and was one of the major characters on there. That really was, and I spoke to her. But next to us was this bloke, and he had about 6 of them. He had about 6 programs. Oh, could you sign all these for us? And I thought, you're taking the piss, mate. No, I don't know if she did. She said, oh, that's a lot. I think I'm not sure if she signed them all. She was so nice, so nice. I hate it when people take the piss like that. You know. Obviously, I had mine signed, and I've got that. I don't know where it is actually. I've put it down somewhere. It's somewhere in my house. But to have that as signed by Linda Gray from Dallas, wonderful, wonderful. That's what Dave Moses is doing. Look, he'd probably take a few pictures. He'll have one of those little printers with him, print them out, and so get me to sign them all and try and sell them on eBay, possibly as a job lot. Katie says some countries don't let people take photos. Is that right? Oh, I know in China, depending on where you are, probably, what's the other one? North Korea. I would imagine there are places that they don't want you to take photos. But I will respect that. I would respect that. I absolutely would. Are you wearing Speedos under the desk? Oh, please, John. Speedos on me. They look like an armband. They'd be really tight like that. And all the fat would be oozing over the top that I've got at the moment. I was talking to my sister this morning, actually, having a FaceTime with her. She was around my nephew's house just before we came on stream today. And I think I made a couple of fat-type comments. And she said, well, look at you. I said, well, what? And I pulled up my T-shirt. She said, oh, my God, you've got breasts. I could feed baby James, my niece's little boy. Come on, baby James. When she dries up a little bit. Oh, dear. Right. Let me just have a little look at the YouTube messages. There's a few of those coming in there. Where are we now? Scroll. John, where did you get the opening clip from? Up the theatre stairs. Be nice on my vlogs. Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, yes. Fiverr. F-I-V-E-R-R. Or F-I-V-V-E-R. It's one of those spellings. Fiverr.com. Okay, Fiverr.com. On there, you will find all sorts of things that people and hobbyists will make for you very cheaply. Type in, what do you want? Okay, type in video intros into the search thing, and you will come up with a massive selection of all different little video intros that people will personalize for you on there very cheaply. Some of them are $5, some of them are $10. Go on the American one, don't go on the English one, because that $5 becomes £5, so it's dearer. Okay, as is everything in this blooming country. I think my mate was mentioning the new Tesla 3, the new car, and the difference between the price in America and here is quite substantial. It's disgusting. We're always ripped off in this country for everything, as well you know. But yes, it's Fiverr.com. If you can't find it, send me a message, and I'll send me a Facebook message or an email, Chris at chrisreardon.co.uk, and I will send you the link on there. But you find all sorts of stuff on there that people sitting in their rooms, you know, they can make a little bit of money and you get a little bit of job done, and it all works. It all works very well in there. Okay. Romanies. John says they're Romany gypsies begging. I don't know. I don't think they are, actually. No, I don't think. I don't know. I can't comment really. I don't know what they are. Those people begging there. John says we had some in Essex dropped off in the morning by a Mercedes. Yeah, I've heard that before. That sort of things. We got the baby. We got Harry and Megan's. Is it Megan? Harry and Megan's baby. That's just been born. It's just read the odds for the baby name. Made me smile. Winston Windsor is 250 to 1. Winston Windsor isn't good, is it? That's not good at all, that. All right. Let's just scroll right down there. I can't keep going backwards like that. There's so many of them. There we are. Intro info. Good morning to Ian Days over on Facebook this morning. Adam says, as the unofficial secretary for the unofficial Chris Reardon fan club, I've just listed a picture of you on eBay. Starting price £50. Just need you to sign it when we sell it. No problem at all, Adam. No problem at all. And as it's the first one, you can keep the money. How generous is that of me? Look, such a generous person. Morning to Mike Reese Ponto. Good morning to you, sir. John says, I don't like taking photos when family's around. They might think you're a pervert. Well, this is the thing, John. Right? If you're out somewhere and you're taking a photo, whether it's of yourself or something, you know, I don't know, a mountain or a clock or a house or something like that, if there are people there, then it's obvious that you're not taking a picture of them. You've got your camera like that. If they're in the frame, you know, that's just how it is. People get so aerated about their blooming pictures being taken. I don't know what the problem is. I really don't. I like as many pictures taken of me as possible at all times. You carry on doing that. All right? Good. Okay, some news stories for you this morning, boys and girls. Royal baby teddy bear. This is in this morning's Sun newspaper. A teddy bear, right? A teddy bear. You want to make some money? This is what you got to do. A teddy bear released to celebrate the birth of the royal baby. Oh, I'm sick of seeing the story on the news. Old Harry comes up. Oh, I'm so proud. And oh, please, can we have something interesting? I know I am a big royal fan and all that, but honestly, they go on and on sometimes about that. All those people turning up at the palace with bottles of champagne and what do they think's going to happen? Is he going to come out there and talk to them all, each and every one of them? No, dear. They're very busy people. Oh. I wonder if anyone turned up at a hospital when I was born, which was in Wimbledon. Did anyone turn up at a hospital there and start drinking champagne? John says, I hope the new baby is called John Paul Georgie Ringo. I've heard that Harry is a Beatles fan. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, a teddy bear released to celebrate the birth of the royal baby is up for sale for £2,500. 20 times higher than its original price. All of the 100 limited edition souvenir bears sold out immediately after the birth of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's first child was announced. Hey, you missed out there, didn't you? And it's a nice little teddy bear, as teddy bear goes. It's all white, and it comes in like a tubular boxing, and it says limited edition royal baby teddy bear 2019 made in England. It's something that you'd want, you know. I would have that. I mean, if I had one of those, I'd have it. You'd die if I had one of there tomorrow, wouldn't you? You would die if I turned up with one of those there tomorrow. I'd have that there. Something that you could keep and have. I'm not really, I don't really buy things, and there's nothing wrong with it, buy things for investment purposes, you know, whether perhaps you're going along and buying, a coin. There no doubt there'd be a commemorative crown come out there, and you can buy that. And some people would buy that and then put it away for, 30 years, hand it on to their children, let them hand it on to them, and then it might be worth £30. You know, I think some of these things are not worth, certainly coins. I've got coins, a couple of crowns commemorating Princess Diana and Charlie Boy's wedding. I've got crowns like that, but I don't think they're worth anything. Adam, if you could look that up on eBay, a commemorative coin, Princess Charles and Diana's wedding. I bet that's not worth much. These things do take, because they're mass produced. But this teddy bear seems to have gone up to £2,500. A resale market for the bears, made by toy manufacturer Merrythought, exploded on auction sites shortly after they were all sold. The commemorative toys, can't say commemorative, I can't read the news, can I? The commemorative toys were originally sold for £125, but they quickly appeared on eBay for up to £2,500. Look at that. I mean, maybe the signed autographed photograph of me will fetch more than £50. You don't know that. John's got lots of memorabilia. I've got a load of George Michael stuff. Oh, I miss him. I mean, I never met him or anything like that, but what a talent that was, George Michael, weren't it? And I never really liked the new stuff when it came out, but I do now. You know, Father Figure and Amazing. Did he do Amazing? Something like Amazing. And Jesus to a Child. Wonderful, wonderful singer. And of course the classics, Careless Whisper. I've got the 12-inch version of that. It's wonderful. That saxophone. I don't think he's got a face like that. He don't play it. But what a terrible loss that was. And he must have had some serious depression there, I think. A lot of entertainment people have got big depression problems. They really have. And he's got Kylie memorabilia as well. Have you? Is she doing the Eurovision? Oh no, it's Madonna. Madonna's doing the Eurovision, isn't he? Anyway, back to this. At the time of writing, the highest price for the teddy bear was one actually sold for £499 earlier this morning. Each bear is made with alpha fleece. I don't know, alpaca fleece. Alpaca fleece? I don't know what that is. What is that? Alpaca fleece, and had 2019 embroidered on its foot below a gold crown. A limited edition 190 Highgrove baby hamper, which included one of the teddy bears along with bath products, also completely sold out from the Royal Collection Trust website. So there we are. That's what you want to get your hands on. A little teddy bear. A little teddy bear like that. £2,500. It's not bad, is it, eh? Another story here, gang. People are embracing something awful. I mean, it looks absolutely dreadful. I'm never one really for fashion. Although there was a fashion show on the telly I saw about. I'll come to that in a minute. First of all, this new fashion thing in the Daily Mirror this morning. It's the beauty trend nobody asked for, but nonetheless, it's here. Now, would you have this done? Okay? While men and women have been fighting unruly against nostril hair for generations, the latest fad seems to be incorporating nostril hair extensions into your life. And there's a picture. It looks absolutely awful. Now, men of a certain age start to have hairs protruding from various orifices. Nose and ears. Come on, lads. Those of you over 45, I bet you've sat there, haven't you, in the mirror, quietly in private, plucking out a nose hair that started to stick out the bottom of your nose, or the ones in your ear. You know, go to a good hairdresser's and get that little flame thing. Do not try and do it yourself with a lighter. It won't work. I've tried it, believe me. It doesn't work. You can't do it. You end up burning your ear. Nose hairs are one of the most disgusting things that God has sent us. Really disgusting. In the Daily Mirror, it says you can now kiss goodbye to the eye-watering pain of plucking and the fiddliness of trimming your nose hair. The brave new look was first championed by Instagrammer Gret Chen Chen, and there's a picture of her. And basically, she's got her nose like that, right? She's obviously had her teeth done as well, because they're bright, right? Not like, no, normal teeth, look, normal teeth. Not Simon Cowell teeth, normal teeth, like that. and she's got these little hairs coming out of her nose, loads of them. It looks like a bush. It is disgusting. I wish I could show you this. Using false eyelashes to achieve the avant-garde aesthetic. But we imagined if you blessed in the nose hair department, you won't need to resort to false ones. It didn't take long for others to seize upon the look, and voila! The tag nose hair extensions was born. A quick glance at this tag will show you just how popular it's become. Oh, God's sake. As an aside, we're not sure how advisable it is to use eyelash glue up your nose, so it's something to be aware of. It looks absolutely awful. So they do look like eyelashes. So, you know, if eyelashes curl like that, she's done them like that, so they're all coming out all around. Just vile. Have you had this done? If you're happy to just leave your nostril hair as it is, here are some interesting facts. It grows at the rate of 0.35 millimetres a day and is actually our friend. It acts as one of the body's first lines of defence against environmental nasties such as spores and germs. We don't like spores, dear. They make me say, achoo, achoo, achoo. We don't like spores. So where nostril hair is concerned, could it be a case of more is more? So it's up to you. If you do nostril hair things, do let us know. Send in a photograph. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. I don't even like, you know, when people put the little studs in their nose, that always looks dirty to me. It does. The ring that goes through there, it's not too bad actually, but they've got like a stud there. And all I can think about is on the other side, of course, you've got a little thing, haven't you, like a butterfly kip or something like that. It must get caught up with bogies and snot that comes down your nose all the time. Oh, it's vile. Vile stuff. John reckons it's disgusting. Look, Dave says, I like to pick the ginger hairs from my beard from time to time. Oh, that's all right. What, like that? Do you do that? My great-nephew, was it Harry who did it or George? No, it was George and Emily. George and Emily. I went to them, do that. And they're like, they were doing that to me. Right. But then Emily started pulling at the hairs. Oh, no, don't do that. And, of course, then George, great-nephew George, started doing it as well. Very painful. Very painful. Katie thinks it's awful. Oh, Dave does that usually during an episode of Emmerdale. Ba 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 ba. I prefer the original music to that. I tell you what, Dave, if you want some fantastic, okay, I think you're probably too young to know this. If you want a fantastic theme music, look it up on YouTube, The Onedian Line. Actually, don't just look for the music, look for the opening title sequence. Oh my God. Well, I don't suppose we'll ever see anything like that again. The Onedian Line. Beautiful music, matched up perfectly with pictures. That's how it was all done in those days, in the 1970s. Fantastic. Anyone remember the Onedian Line? Da 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 do 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 da da da. Really, I can hear that tune, right? Close my eyes, and I am taken back to when I was a young boy. I've been watching that on the telly or at my nan's house, something like that. The Onedian Line. I think the program before that was The Brothers. Ba, 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 ba. That's another one, Dave. Look up those two bits of music, Dave. The Onedian Line and The Brothers. That's 1970s as well. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. You should have a radio program on your station that just does TV themes. There's a thought for you. I think there's someone that does, and it's a community radio station. I don't know which one it is. There's someone that plays TV idents on his show. Old TV idents. ITV idents, you know, like Thames and Central and things like that. Jay's Fix It doesn't like the sound of that either, do you? Paul and Lou might try it with his ear hair. You try that. Pluck those out. No, don't get the matches out, for Christ's sake. You won't be able to do it very well. You'll muck it up and you'll damage yourself, sir. Be very careful. Dave, there's nothing worse than a large bogey on the end of a nose hair. Oh, God. People might be having their breakfast or getting ready for lunch at this time, Dave. Paula Newitt, sometimes that impressed by the length of my nostril hair, I go and show Lou. Am I the only one who does this? There's a lot of strange people that do things. Mike says it looks like a spider is hanging out your nose. It does. It's awful. All those bits of hair hanging out like that. Nasty. There's some very, very strange people who do stuff with their various bodily functions, sending pictures of what ends up in the toilet. I've had that before. People sent me a picture. I've just been to the toilet and they send you a picture. What's all that about? Huh? Awful people. One more bit of news then, and I just mentioned that a moment ago. There's some sort of fashion show that I spotted on the BBC News this morning when I was watching that. And I'm not a fashion person. I don't watch fashion shows and award ceremonies or anything like that. But this one caught my eye. In the Daily Mail this morning, we've done all the papers this morning, haven't we? In the Daily Mail this morning, the biggest names in fashion and Hollywood put on a true spectacle at the Met Gala on Monday night with outrageous and sometimes ridiculous interpretations of the evening's theme, Camp, Notes on Fashion. The invitation-only event, famed for its A-list celebrities, and there are some very famous people there, is a benefit for New York's Metropolitan Museum of Arts, and also marks the opening of the Costume Institute's annual fashion exhibit. Reality TV personality Kim Kardashian. I keep seeing Kim Kardashian. She has no interest to me whatsoever. I just don't get it. I don't understand this Z-list celebrity thing. You know, these people are very, very rich. Millions of dollars and pounds every year. And yet, they don't entertain me. But that being said, they entertain younger people. These people look up to them. They think they're wonderful. Anyway, it says reality TV personality Kim Kardashian, rapper Cardi B. Oh, she's got a filthy mouth, that one, dear. Oh, my. Have you seen her videos? Soft porn, dear. I bet she's got a couple of porns uploaded to Pornhub or something like that. I bet she has. Cardi B, Katy Perry, we know her, an Oscar-winning superstar, Lady Gaga, were among those competing to be the night's Queen of Camp with dramatic entrances and over-the-top ensembles. Kim draped her famous figure in an eye-popping corset. Cardi B arrived wearing a giant duvet. I mean, I could have done that. I could have turned up with one of my duvets, dear. Could have taken the one off the bed in here. Wearing a giant duvet while Katy transformed herself into a living chandelier. And I saw that one. Katy Perry's dress, and it's all lit up. Oh, it's fantastic, actually. It looks great. It looks really good. Lady Gaga performed a 4-outfit striptease. And also there was... where is he now? Now, who's that with Kim Kardashian? There's a guy with her in a tracksuit. What's his name? Kanye West. Kanye West. I think it's Kanye, isn't it?